Hello, namaste. Thank you for being here with me today. I'm going to wait just a couple minutes and see if anyone else joins me, and we'll get right to it. Hello, I see someone there with us. Welcome, good morning. April 1st, April Fools. If you're gonna pull any pranks, make them good ones. So, as you're tuning in, let me know where you are from. Put in the chat box where you're joining me from. I would love to know. And if you have any questions, feel free to put those there as well. So I think just to go ahead and jump in, first I want to just tell you what made me to decide to come on live and do these tarot live sessions. I think tarot is a wonderful way to not only predict, but to help you fine-tune connection with your own guidance. So that is my intention with these live talks, is to not only just read the card, but pull you in, help you refine and develop your own intuition, and us to explore together, because it's much more satisfying when you can see the connection of what you are creating in your life. You can see it in the cards. The cards are a great way for you to learn to become more mindful, more deliberate. They're just a wonderful way to develop yourself, because the truth is all of us have this potential. We all have our own guidance. We all have our own intuition. And so, and we're coming into times, before I get into the reading today, but we're coming into a time where it's going to be very, very important, more important, to be able to connect with yourself, and sometimes even just to the extent where you're tuning out everything that's going on around you. There's a lot of big changes that are happening in the world. So being able to tap into your own guidance, being able to really trust and be able to take steps in faith of where you're going with your life, independent of what the rest of the world, what the rest of society, your community. Of course, we never want to go against other people, but sometimes, we have to walk our own path. Our path can be very different than what your neighbor is walking, what someone else is walking. You need to be able to trust and to be able to receive your own guidance. So with that being said, we're going to start with today's energy reading. And as I shuffle the cards, I set an intention. So Right now, I am energizing these cards with the intention to pull in the guidance, the highest guidance in light and love, the highest and the best for myself and everyone. May it be a clear channel. Okay, so we have the Nine of Pentacles. I'll just hold this up. You can see. So you have this lady, hopefully you can see it clearly. I think it's a good practice just to look at the card and just see what grabs your attention. What do you notice here? I notice the lush garden, obviously the sunflowers. Pay attention to what sunflowers, how do you feel? What comes to your mind when you're looking? You see the garden, you see the falcon on her hand, how she's dressed, the background, the mountains. Okay, so just in general, pentacles, they represent money, coins, the earth, material, work, all of these aspects. And now the Nine. So when you're looking at the Nine of Pentacles, this has to do with self-sufficiency. It has to do with abundance. It has to do with the fruits of your labor. So as I just got done saying just a few minutes ago, you were coming into a time where it's going to be very important to be able to listen into your own guidance. And it matches this card. This card is all about self-sufficiency. So, and self-sufficiency, this could represent like in the material world. Now, like I said, this card has to do with abundance, it's pentacles. We associate that with money. Most of us, we just naturally go with money. But this could be like if you're a farmer, it could be recognizing the abundance in the natural world. Can you recognize it? Can you see in all the ways that you are blessed, in all the ways that you are prosperous? Are you able to see that for yourself? And it's really important that you have this feeling of self-sufficiency. Now, that I'm not saying that that means be self-sufficient in the way that you don't need anyone else. You know, part of life is learning how to cooperate, how to collaborate, how to co-create, how to work with other people. But this is saying more in a sense of not becoming overly dependent. Are you developing your unique gifts and talents? We're seeing more and more division in the world, depending on where you are. Like, I'm American, but I'm here in India now. So the climate is a little bit different, but you still see there's a lot of divisions. Could be divisions in families, there could be division in your community and society. So this card is urging you to learn to be self-sufficient if you aren't already. And if you feel like you have a mastery in this, in the material way, make sure that you're taking time to enjoy what you've already cultivated. Enjoy the labors as you have been blessed. Be able to be grateful. Feel that gratitude. Maybe a morning practice when you wake up in the morning, it's good to just reflect, feel the gratitude, feel the abundance. Sometimes we get caught up in this cycle where the more you have, then the more that you want. So it's very important that you always keep that, we say, attitude of gratitude. But be thankful for the things that you already have. Be thankful for your individual gifts and talents. I'm going to show you this card again. I see somebody just joined us. We're talking about today's energy, the Nine of Pentacles, and how it has to do with self-sufficiency. If you would, please let me know where you're joining in from. I would love to see in the chat box. So now, if you're listening to me and you are thinking, I don't feel self-sufficient, I don't feel like, I don't feel any of these areas where I can express gratitude. So I would encourage you to really take some time and meditate on that, because every single one of us has something to contribute, something to give. One thing we do with our meditation students is we take them into guided meditation to remember themselves as children. What were the things that you loved to do? What were the things that were easy to do? What were the things that you like to pretend? Like some of us, we pretend to be teachers. We pretend all of these things. So these are just glimpses. It's some of the things that you were naturally drawn to as a child, if you've forgotten about that, or if you've left that in order to please someone else, or maybe your family expectations. So that's something to really think about today, is what ways are you abundant in your life? Let's see. Oh, the other thing is, make sure that you're taking time for yourself every day. I know I said, it's a really great practice in the morning to note all the things that you're grateful for, all the material things. Maybe have plenty of food. If you're a farmer, we tend to associate a lot with money, but there's so many different forms of abundance. Your health. What does your health allow you to do every day? So part of that self-sufficiency is not just developing and cultivating your gifts and talents, but make sure that you're taking time to give to yourself. Do something that you enjoy. Now, you noticed in the card, there's the mountains are in the background. So that's a very rooted feeling. When I saw that in the card, I think sometimes we in the world, not even just in the U.S., but I see in India and some of these Eastern countries that I've been in, is that we sometimes think about money too much. We need to get a little bit more balance in our life. We need to look at the bigger picture of the abundance, and be just very mindful, very thoughtful about even our food, about the environment, our lifestyle. What kind of lifestyle is going to be truly the best for you? Are you busy looking around at what other people are doing and what they have and comparing it to what you have? There's many different ways to live an abundant, prosperous life. And I don't know if you've, hopefully you've already subscribed to the channel and you've seen some of our videos, but some of the things that we talk about and the videos that we make is the food that we eat, the things that we buy. Like, how conscious are you of what you're consuming? How conscious are you of where you're putting your resources? The other thing is luxury. Once again, you think of, we tend to think of money. We tend to think of nice, expensive places. But like what I'm doing right here, I consider it a luxury. I have time. You know, for me, peace and time, being able to sit here and explore these things with you, being able to talk with you, just being able to relax and enjoy the space, creating my own space, that's another luxury. So of course you can appreciate luxury in the ways that society has taught us to already appreciate it, but there's a whole different dimension, there's a whole different aspect of living an abundant, luxurious, self-sufficient lifestyle where you can be of service to others, and at the same time truly serve yourself by developing yourself, developing your gifts, developing your talents. And you know, as they say, as you give, you receive. Are you getting out in nature? Do you get out in nature? That's a really great way to appreciate the abundance in your life. So let's pull another card here. And I see we have 2 people here. As I said, I would love if you'd put in the chat box where you're joining from. And if you have a question, I would love to hear from you. So I'll just stand by for a few minutes and see if you have any question you want to ask. I'm looking here in the chat box. We'll pull a card, another card, to see what else we can learn about in today's energy. As I just talked about the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. So we have now the Four of Pentacles. Take a look at this card. As we just talked about, the last one was also in Pentacles. Remember, Pentacles has to do with coins, with money, with material, the earth. So this Four of Pentacles, it has to do with what is it you are manifesting in your life. The opportunities. We were just talking about the Nine of Pentacles, about developing your gifts and talents. So this card is asking you to connect with being more aware, being more conscious. Is there something in your life? Is there an opportunity that's in front of you that maybe you've been turning away? Maybe there is something, as you hear me talking about developing your gifts and talents to help you become more self-sufficient in the material world. Maybe there's something that you've been wanting to do, or maybe that you see that there's a potential in something, but so far you've been turning it away. Maybe you have self-doubt. Maybe you've shared something, an idea or a thought, something you wanted to create, some passion, some dream that you wanted, but maybe someone told you that you couldn't do it, or in some way they criticized you, or, you know, just ask yourself, is there something there that you know already that you want to explore, but there's the belief or there's an obstacle. So I would encourage you today to, or in this moment, ask yourself, contemplate, meditate, sit in meditation and ask yourself this question, like, what's on the table for me? Show me with more clarity, like what direction, what's here for me? Possibly somebody could be inviting you to do something, collaborate, some kind of project even, and for whatever reason, maybe you're turning it away. So this would be asking you to take another look, see what's really there. And even just in general, this could be an invitation just for you to come into a time of contemplation, just going within and connecting with yourself more. Maybe you have a fear of being rejected. The other thing about going inside yourself to meditate, take some time. And like we were talking in this Nine of Pentacles, going out in nature, that's a great place to really connect. Maybe you're feeling bored with life in some kind of aspect, so you need to take this time to really connect and discover. This is another thing that we do a lot with our meditation students, is in meditation, especially guided meditation, it helps you to really connect more with what you want to create in your life, to get more deliberate with where you're putting your energy, where you're putting your time. So it's really important to take that time. And as I said when we were exploring this Nine of Pentacles, it's important that as you are becoming self-sufficient, as you are developing your skills, that you also take that time to keep your cup full, take that time to meditate, take that time to really stay connected, appreciate the fruits of your labor, appreciate what you're creating in your life. Sometimes you can have plenty of money in the bank, lots of material wealth, but you're working so hard you don't even take the time to enjoy it. So it's all about balance, the inner world, the outer world, exploring, getting clear in what you're here to create in your life, to be able to take those steps in faith, even though you may not have any reason in the external world. Maybe you don't have people that are there to support you. This is the time that you connect with yourself. You learn to connect with your own inner guidance. Sometimes the universe gives you that. Maybe everybody in your life is just gone, but there's a reason for that. Maybe this is your time to really connect with your own inner being, with your own guidance. And I often tell people, life is not happening to you, it's happening for you. So that's the other great thing about consulting the tarot cards. They help you to be able to connect with yourself, to be more mindful about what you're creating, instead of just having a reader come in and tell you yes and no, and you're going to find your mate next week. It's digging deeper into why this is happening, what you're learning, how you're growing. These are the more important things of just knowing yes or no, or I'm going to get a house, or it's the story you're creating behind it, the life that you're creating behind it. These are the things that are important. Hello, I see somebody's here. Please let me know. Send me a message in the chat box. Let me know where you're from. And if you have any question, I'm getting ready to draw another card. Today's energy was the Nine of Pentacles. So at the heart of that, we were talking about the importance of self-sufficiency. Self-sufficiency is really important, and hopefully you can go back and listen on the replay. I'll post these videos, and my intention is to be live. This is just my second time being on, but the same time every day for at least an hour, I'm thinking would be good, depending on how many people we have join. But anyway, the Nine of Pentacles is asking us to look at the abundance that we have in our life. Are we being self-sufficient? Are we developing our unique gifts and talents? Are you taking time every day to just enjoy your life and create and feel some kind of luxury? So earlier I was talking about how, you know, luxury can take many forms. You can create your own luxury. You can create your own space, a sacred space in your home. You can have a time, like I was talking about for me, in the morning time, being able to meditate, being able to enjoy some tea, just whatever it is. Could the simplest of things a lot of times are the most enjoyable. And then the second card that I drew was the Four of Pentacles. And that's encouraging you to see what's happening in your life right now. Is there an opportunity that maybe you're overlooking because you have some kind of self-doubt? There's some kind of barrier, some kind of obstacle. So this is asking you to reflect on that, to think about what you're creating in your life and be more deliberate. Take that chance. Really tune into your guidance. And that's really what tarot is all about. And that's what my message is here, and my purpose of doing these live conversations is to not just give you a yes and a no answer, but to take it the step beyond, which is to really engage with your own life. The reason that these things are happening, not just the yes and no and when is this going to happen. It's being able to engage more fully in your life as it's unfolding, because life is happening for you, not to you, happening for you, happening with you. You're co-creating with other people. You are your own artist of your life. So let me pull another card here. And like I said, please send me a message in the chat box if you have a particular question, or if you just want to let me know where you're joining me from. Okay, now we have Three of Swords. So take a look at that. So just building on where we were with the Four of Pentacles, we were talking about this opportunity. Maybe you have some kind of opportunity. It's right in front of you even. Or maybe there's an opportunity that you haven't taken the time to even identify. So this is leading me to think that is there a past hurt? Maybe there's a past rejection. Maybe you tried to take action on something, on a dream that you had, and maybe someone hurt you, maybe someone discouraged you, maybe someone, just used their words in a way that was very hurtful to you, and maybe you're afraid to step out again. So this Three of Swords, it's asking you to look at the past, let it go, heal your heart, heal those wounds. Don't allow what happened to you in the past be able to keep you from taking action now. And the other thing is we tend to shy around things that have hurt us in the past. But part of healing our heart is learning that that's just part of the journey. So just because something hurt you in the past, or maybe because you've been unsuccessful in the past, if this is really part of your life dream, take that chance. Just take that one step. Just continue to take small steps, continue to take small baby steps, and the right people will show up and they will support you. Ignore the haters, ignore people that are speaking against you, because most of the time, people that have been unsuccessful in their own life, they don't want you, or they're jealous of you because you even have a dream. Maybe they see you taking some steps. Maybe they're jealous because they don't have that same confidence that you do. And even just in a more general way in your life, not even just in your dream, but just as you're moving through life, this card suggests that maybe you're taking people's words to heart. Let me show you this picture again. So a lot of times, words are words, but words are very powerful. And so we have to be very deliberate and very conscious to understand that other people's words, it's their energy, and we don't have to accept their words. We don't have to allow their energy, their words, to penetrate into our heart. See this, all the swords? This is why it's so important that you learn to tune into your own energy. It's why it's so important for you to take steps of knowing yourself. Take time to meditate. Take time to pray. Take time to know yourself, because the truth is, other people, they're having their own life experience. And a lot of times, people are very unconscious. Your spouse could be a great person. Your best friend could be a great person. Maybe they're having a really terrible day and they're just totally unconscious. They speak something to you unconsciously. So the thing is be aware enough, be conscious to know that whatever they're speaking is more about them than it is about you. So don't take other people's words to heart. Unless if they're gonna encourage you, if they're gonna uplift you, if they're gonna build you up, yes, of course, you wanna take that energy, but don't allow other people to tear you down. And you don't even need to give it any energy. You can just totally ignore it. You don't need to argue. You don't need to explain. You don't need to do any of that. All you need to do is just focus on you being conscious enough in the moment. Be present enough in that moment that when people speak something to you, you can automatically go within yourself. And if that energy is not in alignment with who you know yourself to be, then you can just let it go. Just let it go. And you can forgive them. This is how you can just process that energy immediately, and you don't need to hold it into your body. This is what causes a lot of disease and illness. We take this energy, we take this heavy energy, and we hold it. We hold that energy in our body. But if you can just be more present and you can feel that energy that someone is giving to you through their words, you can make a decision right then and there. Okay, this energy, I'm taking that to heart, and this energy, that's not my energy. I'm not going to take this energy. It's not for me. And then in that way, you keep your heart. You're guarding your heart. You are aware. You are conscious. You are present in that moment, and you don't allow that hurt. You don't allow anything to wound you. So that's why it's very, very important. So I see we have some people here. I would love if you would send me something in the chat box before I wrap up today's session. I'll be here for a few more minutes. If you'd love to ask me a question, I'm here. Hello, I see your message. Where are you joining me from? Yes, please ask a question. And then, just so you know, sometimes I've noticed there's a little delay. Oh, Ohio. Oh, that's great. So, I'm from Florida, but I'm currently in India. Ohio. What part of Ohio? How Jamila currently feels about you. Okay. Let's see how she feels about you. And I don't know how long you've been here. I don't know if you just had you haven't talked in a while, but I still can feel her energy. I don't know if you heard what I was just talking about, the Three of Swords. Did you guys have like a falling out or something like that? Because I was just talking about words. She blocked you, okay. I got you. So now just give me a minute, I'm tuning in to what's happening between you two. But I had a feeling when you said how she feels about you, and I was just talking about the words. Okay, so here's the card that I pulled for you. I pulled the King of Wands, and so this is my feeling on what's happening. And if you want to send me any messages in the chat box, sometimes, like I said, there's a little bit of a delay. So this King of Wands. So first off, obviously, the king is a masculine energy. So somewhere along the line, And you can fill me in as we're talking about this with the words. Either she felt something, and maybe you, one thing I didn't say about words is sometimes we, as we're speaking something, we could even have best intention, but the other person that we're speaking the words to, they're in some kind of place, they're not hearing it. So the thing is, I want you to go back to that conversation, the last conversation that you had, and here's the thing. She loves you, for sure. She blocked you because, and I don't know what exactly happened, but she blocked you because she had this very strong reaction, obviously, to something that you said to her. And it was something that maybe triggered one of her childhood wounds. So whatever it is that you said, okay, she told you she was in a relationship. So the thing is, what did you say to her in the time? Okay, when you first met. So what was her reaction to you? Get back into that moment, like when you say the connection was strong. See, sometimes you have to understand we're humans and then we're also divine. So there was something in her energy, you were connecting to the best in her energy, but sometimes we don't know where the other person is on their journey. So whatever you said or whatever you did, she wasn't ready for it. Either she had something she needed to work out on her own. Okay. Okay. So the thing is, there had to be something that caused the blockage. Why did she just block you? And it's not necessarily that you say anything wrong. Like I said, it's the intent behind it. And it could be she's just not ready. She could be in a relationship just like she said. That could totally be true. Or sometimes she's just saying that to you. Well, here's something. Yeah, I would say she's dealing with some other things because, for one thing, we don't block. See, we don't block people unless we're having some kind of emotional reaction to them. Maybe something that they've said. Maybe they've triggered a wound, something like that. Because even if she is in a relationship and you were just keeping everything like just totally on the table, every word that you said was just, you don't know how it could have been taken any other way. But yeah, a lot of times when people are treating us in certain ways, we really can't take anything anybody else is doing personal. All you need to focus on, and I don't know your name, but all you need, Huncho, I don't think that's your name, but the only thing you need to think about in your life is what is your energy, where is your intention, and her blocking you. See, that's another thing. Don't take that to heart. You know, I was talking about this Three of Swords, and I spent a lot of time talking about words. Maybe she didn't speak anything bad to you, but just because she blocked you, don't take that to heart. And you said you didn't do anything wrong. So the thing is, you know, in your own heart, your heart is clear. Your heart is pure. You've searched your heart. Am I right? You've searched your heart. You've gone inside yourself and really examined yourself. You've examined your intentions. Yes. So here's the thing. this woman, and I'm reading back some of your, do you feel like there's still some connection, there's still something you want to pursue with this? Oh, Columbus. Columbus is really nice. I've been there. I'm reading now where you said you feel a connection. You know, depending on how finely tuned, yes. She doesn't even have to be doing magic. I don't know what your sign is, but like certain signs, like if you're Pisces, or just actually everyone. I said this in the beginning of my live today. I was talking about how every single one of us has intuitive ability, and we can develop our psychic energy. I think what's happening is you've tuned into her inner being. So even though, and I don't know what your belief is on this twin flame, or even what that means to you. Like, I don't know if you're familiar with this word twin flame, but you can even have access to, no matter what someone's doing, like on this 3D earth, you can connect with people at the spiritual level, you know, so you could be, actually, you may have known her from a past life. There's something there. So the thing is that it's really important that you continue to ask, what's my attraction to her? Like, these are the questions I would ask. What is it about her energy that you find really attractive? This would be a really great thing. You can actually talk. You know, I do this a lot, and maybe I don't know if this will sound, how this, you'll receive this, if this resonates, but you can actually talk to her inner being. You can actually, whether she's talking to you in the physical or not, you can talk to her inner being, depending on how receptive you are. You know, you can ask for guidance, like, what's happening? What is this teaching me? Why am I attracted to her energy? What is this situation showing me? So that in this way is how you keep the energy flowing, and you don't ever feel stuck. Yeah. So it's important that you connect with this energy, you keep it moving. You know her energy by how it feels. You can talk. I don't know if you like to write, but I write. Sometimes I wake up, I have dreams and things to ask. You can ask these questions. Write it down. Let it go, but keep yourself open. I don't know what your belief is about past life, but every single thing, every conversation, every person that you meet, everything happens for a reason. So there's something about this connection. Ask yourself, what is it here for me to learn? And as long as you keep your energy open and feeling good to her, you're not blocking her energy in any way, and you're open to receive this guidance on your end. You know, and you know what's attracting, what's attractive, and you keep sending her, like, I always say, like, people that feel like they're in a love relationship, instead of grabbing hold of them and feeling like they have to be in your life, if they're truly your partner, your divine counterpart, pray for them. And what I mean by pray for them, I mean wish them well. Give her your blessings. Imagine her doing well in her life. If you truly love people, you want their happiness. And by doing that, you know, there's a saying, if you truly love someone, you set them free. And if they come back, they were meant for you. And if not, you know, all is well. But the thing is with people, if you keep everything good on your end, if she's not meant for you, then guess what? And you're keeping your energy good, you're keeping your goodwill, you're keeping your love streaming to her, you'll attract the right person. So it's win-win no matter what. And this is the thing, yeah. And this is the thing, because we do a lot of relationship workshops for people that believe they're in a twin flame partnership, and you have this runner-chaser dynamic that happens a lot of times. And so this is what I tell them in the workshop, is that if you always keep your side clean and you're always giving the other person your best, you know, like I just pulled this King of Wands. So I'm thinking divine masculine. You just keep working on yourself. Keep working on your energy. Keep working on asking yourself, her energy came to me for a reason. How is this growing me? How can this serve me? How can I expand so that if it's not her, I'll be ready for the next person? You know, it's helping you up level every single interaction that you have. And that's how you heal. That's how you heal your heart. Because, you know, I hear a lot of situations, people get really upset. They get devastated when they get blocked. And the worst thing to do is take it personal. And the worst thing to do is to hold that hurt and to hold that wound and to hold that pain. Why? Because you're always going to attract what you are. So people always, you know, they ask me, Temple, why do I keep attracting the same kind of person in my life? And the answer is they are showing you what you need to heal. They are showing you what you need to heal. Now, in this situation, I don't think that you guys created any bad karma. It could be something from a past life. She's coming back and she's just there, and she's like a catalyst, I guess is the best word to say. Or she could be your divine counterpart. I mean, just keep that line open. Keep that, like I said, if she's coming into your mind, every time she comes into your mind, every time she comes into your heart, send her a blessing. Send her a blessing. And I guarantee you she can feel it. And, you know, a lot of times, let's say you have an enemy, something like that, somebody you really have bad energy towards. But if you can learn to forgive by being compassionate, by sending them this good intentions, then, I mean, it can totally change the whole dynamic. Love relationships, somebody that, if you just give them the space and you respect their boundary, just a lot of times they can feel something. They may not know that you're giving them blessing, that you're sending them good energy, but after some time goes by, if you're still feeling this connection with her and you're just blessing her, giving her space, chances are she'll reach out to you at some point. She'll connect with you. Maybe you'll get a totally, you know, a message out of the blue. Maybe you'll get a phone call out of the blue. Maybe she'll reach out on social media. So that's why I'm saying it's so important to keep your own energy pure, cleansed, blessed. Do your best, you know, to forgive your enemies. Like, try not to have any energy, because it's just, honestly, it's not hurting them, it's just blocking your own energy. So I hope that helped you. And before I wrap up today, because I've been on now for over an hour, if anybody else, I see we have some other people here, if you want to say hi, or if anybody else has a last question, feel free to put something in the chat box, or else in a couple minutes I'll just wrap it up for today. And like I said, my intention is to be here this same time. Today is just my second live session. But the intention is daily at this time. I'll be here, I'll do a daily energy, and then if you have any specific question. right, guys, I'm going to wrap it up for today. Hopefully, I will see you tomorrow. Happy April Fools. Namaste.